Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. We got Sissy Lappin here in our studio. She is a U.S. Daily Review editor over there in the real estate arena, prestige property arena, and but she's also a very, very bright entrepreneur, and I love her instincts, and I love talking to her about what's happening on the political front from a business and economic perspective. Do you want to mention early on, though, you can find her over at usdailyreview.com, where she's one of our editors, and also at Lappin Properties, which is Lappin Properties.com. Sissy, good to see you.
Thank you, Kevin, for having me.
Tell us a little bit about, first of all, your company before you jump into our topic, which is so applicable for entrepreneurs and business owners out there. It's a little outside of the real estate sphere. I'll ask you a couple of questions about that near the end of our segment. But we do want to focus on Obamacare and really what's going on with the technology that the listener needs to be aware of. But talk about Lappin Properties.
Okay, Lappin Properties it kind of breaks what a normal real estate company is, and the fact that we are a boutique firm. We are a smaller firm. We believe small is the new big. We specialize in a marketing plan for individual homes. Now, typically, I'm going to not lie, they're higher end homes. We are known for now in the three, I guess, hot areas of Houston is getting the highest price per square foot on resales, which is really, a great tribute to us. We very much personalize it towards each home. Even though homes are flying off the shelf, in order to get maximum dollar, you have to also have great marketing material and great marketing on that house.
Yeah, absolutely. If you say it's for sale, they will not come. You got to figure out how to make people interested.
Yeah, and right now in this market, we're seeing what are known as pocket listings, and the public doesn't really know that this is going on. And pocket listings are when a large firm basically keeps them in-house for a couple of days before they put them on MLS, trying to sell them before they reach MLS. Obviously, the brokerage firm makes more money doing that. But I've seen this, and I've seen some of these pocket listings where I know I had buyers that would have paid more for that house, and I think it's kind of a slippery slope for some of these firms to be going on because, I think you're going to end up with a seller that's going to say, hey, had you put this on MLS, it would have sold for more money. So the point of this is to say, hey, sellers, you tell your broker or your agent that you want that house on MLS because the more you shop it, the higher the price you're going to get. That is just the reality of the market.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit. Your husband is in the IT industry and has been giving you some pretty serious insights that I think that should be of interest to our audience. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, at dinner last night, I said, you've got to explain the security issue with me in just everyday layman's terms. And he said, Sissy, when you go on Amazon and you buy, let's say, a book, Amazon is one site. When you go to pay for it, it takes you to a secure encrypted site. It's like two different sites, and your information is secure there. He said the way the Affordable Care Act's website is, all your information is going into that Amazon site. It's not going into a secure encrypted site. And that's where the problem is. And, we were joking last night, although it's a very serious thing. He said, in order to get people to sign up on this website, you almost need to give them, a year or two free subscription to LifeLock.
Yeah.
Because their information is so easily accessible. The other thing is we now have programmers who are with CGI who are going to be leaving if they haven't left. No programmer wants this on their resume. Let's face that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So you've got programmers now and also the people that are the customer service people that take the call that have full access to your information. I was joking that Snowden's probably going to have a couple of roommates in Russia that have walked out with your social security number, have walked out with every bit of information to access your data. I mean, it's a nightmare. And my question to him was,
your husband?
Yes. Can this be fixed? And he said no. He said, I would almost put it at 100% that this is going to be abandoned.
Wow.
And I said,
hundreds of millions of dollars of work abandoned.
He said, but I'm only going to put it at 90%. And he said the 10% factor in there is, can Obama admit that this was just a bad deal? It is the Solyndra of healthcare.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Solyndra you'd think would have been bad enough. But this guy continues to find crony capitalistic projects to basically that will blow up in your face once you invest in them. Well, the guy's got a real knack with using other people's money. Absolutely.
You're so true. Well, Kevin, I'm going to tell you another thing that we have not even addressed. Personally, I have a lot more at stake, and I've watched this so much more than the average American because I have a pre-existing condition in my immediate family. And also I'm self-employed. So, getting insurance is a nightmare for me. There is a company that all of these insurance companies contract with. Medco, Accredo, Express Script. Okay, the Federal Trade Commission let them all come under one roof. They were buying each other. 8 months ago to get my family member's medicine, it took me about 45 minutes each month. It's a life-sustaining medicine. In the past 30 days, in order to get this prescription, this is a life-sustaining medicine.
Right.
It is a minimum of 4 to 7 hours on the phone. Come January, all of these companies, because Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, all of those companies, this is who you have to get this medicine from.
Yeah.
It is going to be a 2 to 3 day sitting on hold wait with this company to get your medicine. It is going to be a whole new nightmare that we do not even see coming.
What's so funny is how flippant he is about all this. Obviously this is a problem, so we're going to extend it for a year. There's over a dozen state governments saying, no, you're not going to do that. We've already accommodated your orders. You simply can't do it. And, this isn't going to affect your costs that you're going to be paying for health insurance. Yeah, it is, because now insurance is the risk management business. You're paying for someone else to manage your risk. You're going to put no ceiling on what a benefit can cover. You're going to let people get coverage even if they lied about pre-existing conditions. You're going to call a 26-year-old a dependent. That is going to change the cost of insurance. You're going to make people have pregnancy insurance even if they're 51-year-old men like me. Who knows? Maybe they'll think I'll be that unusually lucky guy who gets pregnant somehow. I don't know. But still, there's a cost in that. And no one considered the economics, and he sits there, and he's either incredibly naive or just amazingly arrogant. And I tend to think he's somewhere between both.
I tend to agree with you. A CEO would have been in there every day getting an update on where this website was. For him to say he didn't know where this website, it's incompetence. It's whether you like the guy or not. It is total incompetence.
Yeah, and he's had it how long? And he's used since March. It wasn't going to be ready. We've known that. We see that at USATheReview.com that we've known since March. With about a minute left, what's up with the real estate market?
Real estate market is still very strong. You're starting to see some articles come out that, is this a bubble? This is not a bubble, and I will tell you why. Because the internet, there's so much information available to buyers. Buyers are not overpaying. Buyers are very educated, and they're paying on the market. The other thing is you're just not seeing a lot of new product. A lot of the guys that were building, in mid-2000, they're gone away. And lenders are also a lot tighter on who they lend to. So I think that, if anything, we're not going to have a shortage, but I just think we're going to have a normal, stable market, which is what we need.
Yeah, the length of availability, my understanding, is about half the national average.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty robust here in Houston. So, and what I love about your comments when it comes to this particular area is that you've been very cautious, on our show, in terms of talking about the situation. And so I like that about you. And so when I hear you say that it doesn't look like a bubble, because you were one of the people who was worried that it was, it's exciting to hear that. Lappin Properties, Lappin Properties.com. She's Sissy Lappin. She is extraordinary at what she does. We're delighted to have her also here on The Price of Business, and also as the Prestige Properties editor for Houston at USDailyReview.com. You're listening to, The Price of Business.